How's it going, guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of I Rate Your Teams.
For cheap, fast and reliable FIFA 20 Ultimate Team coins, check out u7buy.com and use code HABER to get yourself 5% off all of your orders.
We're jumping straight into it. EA just dropped brand new flashback SBC player pick SBC pack thing. We either get Javinho or S-Vine in this. Not gonna lie, my opinion, not necessarily worth it. They're both alright looking cards, but for like 60k, they're both 3-star, 3-star, and I mean, S-Vine's not too bad, but again, not the biggest fan. But let's jump straight into the episode actually and check out some teams. Make sure you join the Discord, link in the description. We're starting off with Neil's team. He says 35k can get to 120k from rewards from untradeable. All untradeable. Trying to get Bakayoko birthday tomorrow night. Might add FIFA points for the first time. You have an untradeable prime hullet. That's disgusting. GG. Bakayoko, I think you struggled to get him on chemistry. You could add Bakayoko and then play him as a right centre mid and get a different right back. If you're looking to add FIFA points, then that is completely your choice at the minute. Walkouts are pretty inflated thanks to the FUT birthday party bag, but that won't continue for forever. They'll probably start dropping in price in the next few days. So I would say if you're going to have FIFA points, it's probably a pretty good time to do so. Looking at the team, though, it's a really good team. You could go get a FUT birthday Bakayoko, start him at right centre mid, start Rui Costa as your central centre mid, and then at right back, you can get yourself any French right back or any Ligue 1 right back. Now, I don't think there's actually a host of amazing ones. Now, if you did go and add FIFA points, you probably have a little bit more coins, but you know, there's not a whole host of amazing right backs that are French or from the Ligue 1. Let's have a look at a few of them and see what you can go with there. I'm not like I said, I'm not the not necessarily too confident there are great options. I know there was that Kenny Lala. I mean, there's informed Kenny Lala. That's not a bad shout. It's probably the best you're gonna get for 37,000 coins. Because there's not really a whole host of amazing ones unless you want to go with Kevin Malcury, who's pretty obsolete these days. We could quickly check Ligue 1, but I'm pretty sure it's going to give you the same story. Yeah, Itao's already been and gone, so he's kind of irrelevant. Yeah, I'd say go get yourself informed Lala and Bakayoko, and if you're going to have FIFA points, let me know who you get, I guess. Next one coming from Rage to Glory, he says, hi Haber, got 150k for improvements. Untradables are SBC cards and icons. Love the vids, keep up the good work. PS, looking to upgrade Dembele to Messi in the future, far, far away. Okay. Nice team. I like the Ben Yedder and Bakayoko perfect link. That works really well. Not entirely sure about Royce these days. Trying to think of options you can go with instead of Royce. Is there like special versions of Royce that aren't too expensive? Let me have a look. I don't know if Royce has had special cards this year. Well, I guess he's had the Inform and the Headliners. The Inform's 258k, 1.4 mil for the Headliners still. That's kind of crazy. You could maybe get the Inform version of Royce, you know, in the future for 250k. I don't think the defense really needs improving. I like your defense. I think it's really good. That defense could probably last you for the rest of the game, to be honest. Maybe with the exception of upgrading to a team of the season right centre back. But again, that's clutching at straws, really. I think Hierro is still a good centre back. Obviously, Messi will be a good upgrade for your right wing spot. So I would say as we approach the latter stage of the FUT birthday and in a few weeks' time, maybe like 4 or 5 weeks, we go into team of the season. I'd look out for a good Dortmund cam that you can go with. That'll get the link to Jadon Sancho. And maybe a good right centre-back from the La Liga that could work, given that team of the season usually provides stuff like that. Alternatively, you could end up going for Messi and then maybe even just keep Hierro and you change your goalkeeper. You could go with Ter Stegen maybe in goal if he's better than Neuer in your opinion. But the rest of the team is really good. It's well built. And I see you've got a really nice bench and reserves choice as well. It's always good to have players on the bench and reserves to work really well in your favour. Next team coming from Will, who says, hey mate, love the content. 300,000 coins for improvements, and the second is how I play in game. Is Rivaldo from an icon pack a dub? Cheers man, keep it up. Hey, I appreciate the support, dude. Oh, a bit blurry. By the way, a lot of you guys say, when I say the team's blurry, you say you can see it just fine. I know because I've got analytics that prove to me. Most of you guys watch on either phone or tablet. When you have the pixels for the screen and they're concentrated into a small device, for example, a phone, it will look HD to you because the pixels are smaller. This is a 480p photo, so when you see it on your phone, the pixels will look good. Even if it's like 240p, it will look fine. It will look, you know, you can see it very easily. On a 27-inch screen, it's very blurry, like very blurry, and I'm not gonna pretend that I can see it very well when I can't. When I look at someone and when I look at something that's really blurry, it makes me feel a bit sick. I'm not gonna lie. So when I skip past teams when they're really blurry, it's because I don't want to get dizzy looking at a blurry photo, which I'm sure you can appreciate. And if you can't, then I really don't care. But this team is pretty decent. Rivaldo's not bad. The weak foot lets him down a little bit, but he's still going to play pretty well in game. He played pretty well as a wide cam over there. I'd actually maybe swap Quaresma and Rivaldo, and then you can cut in on their strong foots and finesse shot, or near post shot. I think that would work really well. And you have, I think, more opportunity to use the left foot on the right side than on the left side, personally. The rest of the team is pretty well built. I'd say upgrades wise, maybe upgrading your Renato Sanchez wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Thinking of options you can go with here, I mean, you could go with an icon with 300,000 coins. Let me have a double check who you can go with here. There are a couple different CDM icons you can go with that could be pretty good to you. Let's go position, CDM, centre mids, cam. Let's go 1,000 to 150,000. No, sorry, 300,000. And see what kind of choices we have. In terms of more of a holding CDM, we've got mid Roy Keane, who I think could be pretty good. Pretty well-rounded player. In my experience, Roy Keane's pretty aggressive, and I like that from him. Now, he's not the fastest. You would need to add maybe an anchor or a shadow to him. But, you know, it's like 10,000 coins for a shadow. It's a small price to pay to improve your CDM by quite a lot. I'd say he's probably one of the best options you can go with, unless you wanted to go with Gattuso, but I highly doubt you want to go with Gattuso. So he could be a pretty good option to replace with your Renato Sanchez. In my opinion, Renato Sanchez is a bit too small for me. Really didn't like him. He just felt really small and a bit weak. I actually recently submitted him into an SBC because I just didn't like him a lot, to be honest. The rest of the team is really well built, though. I like the rest of the team. It's a good team. Next one coming from Tom, who says, I play a 4-3-1-2 in game. The untradables are Pepe and Paulinho, and I have 50,000 coins, but can save. Got Parler from the mid-icon pack. Parler's not bad. With 50k, can you afford an informed version of Pepe? Oops, that's poopy. What are we saying? With 50,000 coins, I mean, the first inform is 52k, so you can, the second inform is 64k. You can maybe save to get the second inform version of Pepe. I think that'd be pretty decent. It is a bit of an upgrade, in my opinion, to the 83, as he's pretty cheap. And I think he'd be a good improvement there. That left wing's really good in game, by the way, really good. The rest of the team is solid, to be fair. You know, upgrade-wise in the future, maybe upgrading Ake or Aspi. I'd probably go Ake first, because I actually like Aspi this year. I'm not the world's biggest fan of Ozil, but I see why you've got him. I would just say save your coins from now on until either you get an SBC of a player you love in game or you love in real life and you want to do it, or we get around to team of the season and it's time to start upgrading to big boy players. Next team is going to come from Musa, who says all untradeable besides Smaldini, Zaniolo, Ramsey, Verdi, Bergkamp, Messi, found in the Football Daily Challenge pack. Wow, that's actually incredible, dude. On the bench, Raja and Medel are tradable. 4-2-3-1 in game, 100k to fix this, but I could save up more, keep the good work. I'm just going to quickly say as well, recently I've been checking the comments, and a lot of you guys that don't agree with the upgrades that I personally give, because they are my opinion, and the moment you realize what an opinion is not fact, it's an opinion. I'm not saying that these players are guaranteed better. I'm saying that for me personally, I prefer said player to said player. If you have a disagreement with me, please let me know in the comments down below, or let the person know. For example, if I say upgrade Bergkamp to Hullet, for example, and you think, oh, upgrade Bergkamp to Cruyff, say, oh, Musa should upgrade Bergkamp to Cruyff rather than Musa, or rather than your picks are terrible, blah, blah, blah. Like, try and be helpful. I think it'd be really great if we had a community in the comments that were being helpful as opposed to being really negative and toxic. I don't want to have to get the mods to start banning people from ever commenting on my channel. But if people are going to be toxic, I will do, because I want the comments to be filled with positivity and people being nice to each other. And I don't want to see just negativity all the time. So if you have any suggestions that you think are different to mine or better than mine, please let them know in the comments down below. Anyway, on to Moose's team. It's a well-built team. Not sure about Zaniolo. For me, I think this is way better. This setup here. I'd actually probably change a couple of things though. So what I would change here is I would probably, instead of having Handanovic, I'd go with Donnarumma to get the full chemistry to Caldara. Not Caldara. What's the guy's name again? What's his name? Romagnoli. There you go. So I'd use Donnarumma to get the full chemistry. I would also then, instead of using the right back that you're using, I would probably try and get someone that gets full chemistry. If there's a right back from the Serie A that's Argentinian, that would work. If not, maybe going with someone like Nelson Semedo or actually, is it worth it? Maybe not. For full chemistry, actually, it's not really worth it. It doesn't really matter that much. But I would try and get a full chemistry on Romagnoli, because I think that having full chem on your centre-backs is actually quite important. You know, when you don't have full chemistry, sometimes you lose out on passing or dribbling stats, and I think both of them are pretty important. So I would look to get full chemistry on that. But I think this is way, way better than this setup, to be honest. This team is really well built, if you ask me. Improvements-wise with this team, I'd say eventually upgrading Verdi. I think the only upgrade I could think that would actually be a good upgrade here would probably be Ronaldo, his left wing card, and that's going to be in the far future, because that card's like about 1 million coins, I want to say. How much is Ronaldo? How much is his 94 rated left wing card? This card's really good in game, by the way. Yeah, he's about 1.1 million. So that's going to be an upgrade in the far future. But I think it could work really well with this setup and add some height to quite a small attack. I think Messi and Lautaro Martinez and Verdi are quite small. So having like 6'1", 6'2" Ronaldo with a lot of physical would actually probably improve the dexterity and the differentiation in the attack as well. Next team coming from Oliver, who says, "This is my team. I play a 4-1-4-1 in game. Everyone's incredible apart from Schüller, Havertz, Kimmich, and Alaba. Love the video. Keep up the good work. Love from Germany." Hey, appreciate the support, Oliver. He says, "I have 200,000 coins to spend and I'm willing to save." Okay, what I would say is one thing I think you should do straight away is start saving towards this card. Now, in the meantime, you could go with a less version of him. For example, his 88 has got a lot more improved stats on the 84, and it's only 100,000 coins, so you could improve that quite dramatically. I'd also say upgrade Reina. Not a big fan of Reina, to be honest. You can go with either Neuer or Ter Stegen, whichever one you find personal preference with. Either one I think would probably work pretty well. I'd also say, oh, you've already taken Maeda. I was going to say you might be able to take Sargent here and actually have a pretty good cam, but you've taken Maeda from season objectives, and I certainly understand why. I'm trying to think of any other upgrades. I'm thinking maybe you could get Nico Schultz, the winter refresh for left back. He's actually a really good card. And then right back, I'd personally go with someone that isn't Kimmich. I don't actually know the right backs very well in this league. EA have released so many promos this year that I'll be honest with you, I haven't kept up with every single card they've released. Like in previous years, I'd know most cards, if not all of them. I found it really difficult to keep up with a lot of the cards they've released this year. I've just found it difficult. Now, one thing you could save up for this FUT Birthday Da Costa card. I actually like the look of this card a lot. He's tall, strong, 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, fast. You could save it for this card. 200,000 coins is not a huge price to pay for a right back. That'll be in your team for most of the game. And then you could also end up, if you go with Neuer in net, you could end up saving up to get yourself Hernandez at right centre back as well, the FUT Birthday version. And then you've got a really nice team. Then your team's improved tenfold on what it was before, I think, once you've done that. The next team coming from Jeremy. Jeremy says, all untradeable except for Mendy, Hazard, and Lloris. I have 200,000 coins, and I don't mind selling Hazard. I can play anyone off cam as well for Hazard's spot. How much is Hazard going for? I'm pretty sure he's actually not as expensive as you'd think. Hazard's a weird one this year because he's moved to Real Madrid. I feel like he's been way cheaper this year than he would have been in previous years. 300k for this card, 1.3 for this card. If this was a Chelsea card, for example, like this would be like 2 million coins at least, in my opinion. This card would be like 900k if it was a Chelsea card, in my opinion. But if you're going to sell Hazard, I think you could go with one card that I think is slept on this year, right? And I don't know if you'll be able to afford it or not. Let me double check. You will be able to. Is this Anthony Martial card? I don't know why, but this card is slept on this year. He is incredible. I love this card. That Anthony Martial card at left mid, sorry, will play really well. Where does Tatar play in game? Left cam, mate. I think he'd play perfectly. He's fantastic in game, and that's not me being biased as a Man United fan. It's actually a really good card. His finesse shots are really good. His shooting in general is really, really good. And I find that his pace and his strength and his dribbling work really well in games. So I'm a big fan of the card. Let me know if you do buy him, how you get on with him. I'd love to see if you tweet me or something about it. I'd love to see how you get on with the card. Next one coming from Joe says, I've got 500,000 coins. Ronaldo, Florenzi, and all icons are untradeable. Digne is only in at the moment. I don't really know who to upgrade. I play 4-2-3-1 in game. Keep up the great videos on the streams. Hey, I appreciate the support, man. Yeah, I understand Digne. Now, I don't know how much Team of the Year Robbo is these days. I don't think he's down at 500k quite yet. But he does have an 88 inform that he could try out. That I'm pretty sure is pretty cheap. Or, sorry, an 87 inform, not an 88 inform. An 87 inform that you could go at left back. He'll be fast, strong, pretty good at defensive work. You can go ahead and play him at left back instead of Digne. What else would I do? Not entirely sure about... Well, actually, Zambrotta at CDM probably works really well. I respect that, actually. I think he probably works really well. And you have Martial there. As I was saying, he's got Martial there. Perfect. I mean, hey, I respect that. This team works well. I like this team, actually. I don't think I'd change much else. Apart from Digne, I don't really think I'd change anything else in this team. I'm just trying to see if there's a left-back in the Prem that would maximize your coins, for example. So you don't have, like... points chilling around. I mean, you could go with Pereira. Ricardo Pereira would also work. This card is probably going to be better, actually, at left back than that Robertson. In fact, this card would be a lot better. Yeah, I'd go with Pereira. I'd go with this Pereira card at left back. I think he'd be a lot better than Digne and Robertson. And I think he'd work really, really well. Next one coming from Neil, who says 35,000 coins can make hundreds. Oh, I've already checked out Neil's team. He has the prime untradeable Hullet. I'm not jealous, Neil. I'm just disappointed. Next one coming from Oyeye says, I've got 9,000 coins and all my bench, Longley, Virgil van Dijk, Cunha, and De Jong are untradeable. I got Makaleli at my prime pack. That's pretty good. I'd say it's probably half a dub. He's about 670k. I actually packed him yesterday on stream, randomly out of 50k pack. I got prime Makaleli. I was like, okay, keep up the good work. Well, I appreciate it, dude. What would I change about this team? It's a pretty cool team. Now. You need a strong link here. I'm wondering if you can go with a different right back. You can go with a different right back. I would go... How many coins did you say you had? 9,000 coins. I would save up and get yourself Kyle Walker at right back. I'd also get yourself... No, I see why you've got Marcelo. You got him for the Coutinho link. Yeah, I'd go Kyle Walker at right back. I think he's an improvement on Trent. You've got the perfect link with Gini Wijnaldum and VVD, so you don't need... You don't need Trent there for the extra link. You can go with Kyle Walker and make done. Or if you think there's a better right back in the Prem, you can go with them either. Maybe you can save up 30, 40k and get yourself the inform Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Next team coming from Connor says, yo, bro, this is the team I'm working on currently towards. I'm halfway through completing Boateng. I would use Lala at left back until I can afford Theo. My tradable card in the team is Wan-Bissaka. The second pick's how I line up in game. I've got around 100k. Love the bids. Hey, appreciate the support, dude. Ooh, I like this a lot. Mate, the only thing I don't like about this is Vardy. Vardy is a big no-no. I'm not a fan of Vardy at all. I see why you've got him, because you need the link to Jadon Sancho as well. I respect that you've got the untradables as well. The untradables are really good. Not a big fan of Vardy, though. I'm trying to think. You could potentially... Now, it's going to take you a while to save up, but you could save up towards either Rashford or Greenwood, whichever one you would prefer. Now, Future Stars Greenwood, I think, is cheaper than for birthday Rashford. He's 755k, and how much is Rashford? Rashford is probably a million, 1.5 million. Okay, so he's double the price. So yeah, you could maybe save up to one of these. Like I said, it's going to take you a while to save up the coins, but they are both miles better than Vardy, and end game wise, these will be both in your team in my opinion until the end of the game, whichever one you go with. Obviously, like I said, it will take a lot of grinding, but it's an end game result, I think. But this team is sick, mate. This team is fantastic. I respect it. It's a really well built team, and I think it's got everything you pretty much need in a team. And I like it a lot. I really do. The next team coming from Dab Dab. Aimbot Yoda is in every episode these days. I'm gonna stop telling you guys on Discord exactly when I'm recording these. I'm gonna give you guys like a 1 hour or 2 hour time frame instead. Instead of like saying, I usually say 10 minutes. I'm gonna start saying like a 1 or 2 hour time frame, because the same people get the episodes every time, and it's not fair. Anyway, this is Aimbot Yoda's team. It literally, I don't think it's changed at all. I don't think it's changed at all. Pick 1 or 2. Please tell me what I can improve it, depending on each team. I have 300k to spend. If you go, I'd go with pick 1 because I think Puyol's better than PK. And I go with. I wouldn't change anything of it, to be honest. With 300k, I don't think there's anything worth changing in it, to be honest. I'd also maybe, you know what? I'll go with this team. This team's the best one, I think. Yeah, that team's the best one, 100%. Next one coming from Jeremy, who says, have I already checked this team? No, I haven't. Hey Haber, I've got 100,000 coins, and the only tradables are Bale, Carvajal, Varane, and Raul and Tolisso. I'll play the same in game. Love the bitch. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it, dude. Okay, what would I do with this team? I would say change your left back. Go with. I'm pretty sure Ben Mendy got an inform card. If I'm not mistaken, he might not have though. Yeah, he did get an inform card. I'd probably go with this card over that Marcus Alonso, to be honest. Gets full chemistry as well. You might as well. The rest of the team I wouldn't really change, to be honest. I think the team is well built. Next one coming from Lauer, who says, first picture is my starting squad, and the second picture is what I play in-game. I got Drogba from my Prime Icon pack, and De Gea, Laporte, Ramos, Marcelo, and Fabinho are the tradables. The rest are untradables, but I can have 100k, and I can grind to get more, looking to get Gattuso. Yeah, I can see why you want to get to Gattuso. Would I change anything with this team? Fabinho's not great this year. Looking at the team, you can go with anyone there. I'd go with Allen. I think you'd probably do better with going with Allen as that spot instead of going with Fabinho. I'd also get Ferland Mendy at left back over Marcelo. Just think he's better. What else would I change in this team? I don't think I'd change really anything else other than that, to be honest. Yeah, I'd just go with the best version of Allen you can get, and maybe even saving up to get like an even better version of Allen. Maybe his road to the final would work well there, because Allen's really good this year, in my opinion. And the last one for this episode is going to come from Laith, who says, I have 100,000 coins. Everyone is untradeable other than Stegen, Langley, and Sissoko. The bench is untradeable as well. I got super lucky in my baby, mid, and icon packs. So that sucks. What? How does it suck? What sucks? What about getting lucky? Wait, I'm confused. Wait, I got super unlucky in my baby and mid icon pack, so that sucks. I do apologize. I've read that completely wrong. Wait, I don't think Raul's bad. This team looks pretty good though. I do like this team. What would I change about it? I would say sell. Wait, can you sell to Stegen? Everyone is untradeable other than to Stegen, Longley, Sissoko. Sell to Stegen and Longley. Put all your coins in towards doing the SAR SBC for your right centre-back spot, and then get yourself any French goalkeeper that you prefer. Maybe you can save up and get Lloris at some point. But I'd say put everything you've got into doing the SAR SBC, sell you to Stegen, and just get yourself a French goalkeeper there, and it will get the full chem to Bakayoko as well, and be a much better defensive there. So if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later.